One of the strangest things about being a lawyer is that we are trained to see both sides of the argument, both sides of the case. And in our own practices, though, we basically use this skill only in one direction. We prove that my client is right and your client is wrong. And this is so great as a lawyer, but this does not help in our own businesses. So we are building these incredibly compelling arguments for why we don't have enough time, why we can't take on more clients, and yet the only solution to all of our problems is to have more clients. We don't have enough growth, but we can't have more because that creates more stress. Life is preventing us. The market is preventing us. The lack of staff is preventing us. And then the lack of staff is keeping me back, but I don't even have time to hire. Like, we have such great arguments for all of these things, and we are so good at it. And right now, I am playing with this uncomfortable idea. It is this idea that I'm not actually stuck because of all of these things, because of my circumstances. I'm stuck because I keep making the argument for the stuckness. And I've built this really strong case to keep me where I am. So I'm doing this experiment, and I have invested in a $12,000 program that will help me question my assumptions. Daily, I am doing work to help me identify all those places where I believe something to be true, and I either, one, don't have actual data, or two, even if I do have data, I'm not thinking about it in a way that is of curiosity, as opposed to feeling like this is the one way. I am stuck in precedent, and it is the thing that is holding me back from what I really want. And so I am beginning to ask, if I argue for that opposite belief, what's possible? And can I prove that I have more capacity than I think, instead of believing I'm limited, right? Can I prove that I can build with joy and ease instead of, assuming that I have to grind out and work really hard and, lose the rest of my life? I'm looking to prove that I am underestimating what is possible and looking for evidence of what else could be possible, and wondering what evidence I can find. And I'm really trying to stay in this place of curiosity. And I am working on a regular basis to keep bringing my mind back to this place, because it is so very uncomfortable. It is, sometimes it takes so much less effort to stay with the old way, with the automatic way, with the place where you're comfortable. And even when it's really terrible, at least it's known. And I know that I want to build. This is the point. That I can choose to stay where I am, or I can choose to find evidence for something new. I can prove to myself that life I want, that practice I want, that all of that is truly possible from where I am now. And, the easiest argument that we make is the one we believe. And so I am working to question my beliefs. I'm questioning every single assumption to see if I can create new, true things that I will believe. And I have decided that they will be true. So I'm going to stop being the attorney for my limitations and start advocating for that kind of life that I want. the practice that I want, the money that I want, the time that I want. And my default thinking is holding me back. I know I want more. This is my time to step up as a lawyer, as a business owner, as a person, and argue for the other side. So if this is something that interests you, you'd like to go more, maybe you can start questioning your assumptions. Look at the things you say. We can't do that. We always do this. This is the way it's done. And start to question those assumptions. Because if they're keeping you from the life and the firm that you really want to have, those beliefs aren't helpful. This is the time. Argue for the other side. Stop acting as an attorney for your limitations. Advocate for what you truly want in life. I hope this helps. Happy lawyering. Bye-bye.